everybody, welcome to my podcast channel. My name's Kat, and I'll talk about more of my learning disabilities. You can hear my dog panting. She's fine. It's just hot in my place. We don't have an air conditioner, so. And they're coming to wash the balconies tomorrow, so I took my air conditioner out so that doesn't get wet, or the unit itself. But anyway, the thing is about my disability. I was born with it. I was just getting my fish tank. I was born with a disability, like my last video. I didn't know when my parents, like I said, I think like when I said on my first video, I think my parents found out even when I was starting school. I don't know if I mentioned, I had a hole in the roof of my mouth, which is called a cleft plate. That which led to speech delays, so I still have speech delays as well. Sometimes I get my past and present words mixed up. So like if somebody's perfect, they think they're perfect. I had a coworker years ago. She tried to correct what I was saying. She said, make up your mind how you want to say it. I'm like, it's not my fault that I have a learning disability. I was born with a learning disability. Sorry for not being perfect. But I didn't say that to her, but I should have. But she thought she was Miss Perfect Princess. We always called her that. But the thing is, living with a learning disability, it won't change. You just have to live with it. You just try to, I don't know, it's just, when I was in school, I know I was different from everybody else. I want to fit in. I did have friends, but I want to fit in. In PE class, I was always the last one to be picked, because I was in mainstreaming PE class. Mainstream is regular class. Going to be blending in with the normal kids. So I was always picked last in PE. I don't know why. I always thought it was embarrassing because I was picked last. I don't know, because they knew I was in special ed or special education. I don't know if that's still the same word they use today. Not from the 80s. I'm a 80 kid. I'm just making sure I'm still recording. I'm doing something different. But I noticed, I know that I was having a hard time in subjects reading out loud. I didn't like reading out loud. I would get so nervous because I knew either the kids, on special ed, I know the kids either was watching me or they couldn't hear me because I have a soft voice. And it just made me nervous because I felt like they were watching me. I don't know if they were making fun of me, but I knew in school I was getting picked on because kids knew. I think that I don't want to blame the parents, but parents would teach their kids manners towards people with disabilities or wheelchairs who are different, as different disabilities. They need to realize, it's okay to be different. I mean, it's not wrong. It's just a way how we function in life. But I think 5th grade, it was math. Math became really difficult with me. It still is. Timetables, I think I could go 1 through 3 for timetables, and I know my 10s, 5, 10, and that, but I don't know the rest. I don't know how you figure it out. Algebra, no. Too many numbers to remember, hard. Really, I really don't need to use algebra now or at work at. So I do use numbers. I work at a food server. I'm a food server at a cafeteria. I'm not going to tell you where I work at because that's my private business. But I serve food. I do temperature checks. I check their temperature, making sure that the food is good still and it's not going bad, or the steamer is doing what it's supposed to do. So that's the only numbers I deal with, and thankfully for clocking in as well, I just punch and go, and I love those time clocks better than from the 90s where you had to under your figures from the time clock. You punch your time clock in, then you have to write it down. And the old job, they wouldn't help me, and I couldn't figure out how to add it all up because I was keep confused with the numbers. But let's see, fifth and sixth grade. Don't remember much of sixth grade. High school, again, we did our timetables again, and still I had issues with timetables. So I remember doing sixes. I just could not get the hang with the sixes. I just couldn't figure it out. But I try not to give up on things. Seventh and eighth grade is when my parents decided. Well, my dad got transferred he bid on a job that he worked with. So he decided to move to a different state, which, yeah, we were there for 6 months, and I did care for the school system there. In the mornings, I would go to the 7th grade, then afternoons, high school, for the rest of the special education class. Of course, my older brother, he was in special education too, but he was older than me, and he did like the idea that I was in the same building. I'm like, well, it's not my fault. It is what it is. But he told me, don't bother me and all that stuff, and stupid brotherly thing. But yeah, so I had afternoon classes at the high school. I don't know why they did that, maybe because it was a small city. But after that, we moved back to where I am now. So I was so happy because here has a better school system than where I used to live before for lousy 6 months. I mean, it was really beautiful over there, but it's just the school system I don't care for. Then making no friends, that's hard enough, especially at middle school. And going through the change. I mean, like growing up to a young woman. That wasn't fun at all too, but I let you keep that a secret from like my mom knew. My mom was the closest person, so let's see. I'm trying to think what else, but so I did do as a kid in elementary. I was in Jump Rope for Heart. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's a sport event that I did every year until I got a little older. I decided to quit because nobody didn't want to do anything with me. So I was the teacher, coach, whatever said, team up, find a partner to jump rope with, and nobody picked me, and I was by myself, and I looked at all the students, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I don't want to do this anymore. So I give up on Jump Rope for Heart. I mean, I love the sport, but when people don't pick you, yeah, it's not fair. I mean, how kids treated other kids because they have a disability. I think parents should teach their kids, our school system should talk about kids with other kids, about kids with disabilities. It's okay to hang out with them. It's okay to do things with them. It's okay not to be afraid. We are just like everybody else. We just want to fit in. But other than that, there was some school bullying in eighth grade. Yeah, when we moved back here to the state I am in now, the same town that I am in. There's this one kid, I remember his name. I was with my group of classmates, and all of a sudden he came up to me, hit me in the shoulder for no apparent reason. My friends were like, they told the school, and I told my mom, and he got in trouble. And I guess he spit on another kid that was in my class, right on his jacket. But yeah, he was the big bully. I really hope, if he has kids, I really hope he has a kid with a disability. Yeah, I really hope that's karma. But yeah, bullies are not a good thing. They need to learn not to pick on people. High school, well, maybe we could do that. I think I want to do these little short things. Maybe I'll do high school later on. See what else, elementary. But I mean, I did have friends in through elementary, but you know, like when we go through different grades and that, no, the family will move. My family and we moved. So either parents, their kids got divorced and one of the parents moved with the kids or whatever. I had a childhood friend. His name was Matthew. I remember him. He had blonde hair, blue eyes. And we were really good friends, and he didn't live far from me. I think maybe 5 or 6 blocks. It wasn't here. It was the other city here in the same state. Yeah, we were just good friends. My mom always said, oh, they would make cute kids. I'm like, hey. I didn't know what happened to him. I don't know if his parents got divorced but I'm going to try to locate him on Classmates or see, but I just don't remember his last name. I contacted the school and see if they knew. They didn't have yearbooks then. Now they do. I went, man, things changed over the years, but yeah, I hope to find him if he remembers me. I don't know if he remembers me at all, but I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just kind of thinking. But what else? As a kid, I did broke my arm. That's when I was on a swing playing with my brother. I fell off the swing and landed on my elbow. Broke my arm, dislocated my shoulder. That's one that I write with my left hand. It wasn't fun. My brother said I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So, which he didn't do. We were just playing. But. Let's see. If you guys have any other questions that I could answer, if you guys want me to do it like a live streaming, I sure can try, and that maybe I can answer from there. Maybe it'll be easier. Maybe I can open up a little bit more. Besides, try to think. So I am still nervous. I'm trying to not screw up on everything. I'm going to do like one recording. Say this is me. I'm not going to screw. Well, I probably will screw up, but nobody's perfect. But, yep, learning disabilities is a life thing. It's how we function in life. I live independently now, like I said in my other video. I lost my parents. My mom, 6 years ago, November 20th. Then her birthday was the 29th, November 29th. She had idiopathic pulmonary hypertension, which affects your lungs, or she had to be on oxygen. My dad had congestive heart failure. He died 3 years ago from it. I inherited his car, which I love his car. I'm never going to give it up till the wheels fall off. It's a good car. They don't make them anymore. The car is 17 years old, and the car is named Ellie. My mom is the one that named the car Ellie. So I kept the name. Her name is, she acts like a teenager. But I thought too, maybe I could do it too, is do like a friendship thing too. I do have a friend that's really judgmental. Maybe I could talk about that on there too. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little short video. And sorry if I'm doing this. I know it's when I'm at work. if we're really, really slow, I pace back and forth. I can't stand still in my behind my steamer. I mean, I have to move constantly so I don't get too bored. Either I stand from the air conditioner to cool off. But yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this channel, please hit that button, subscribe. This is just like an off-side thing I want to do. I've been wanting to do it for a while. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay.